This table, the black one, was placed there by the lady with the blonde braids at about 8:22 a.m. in the morning. So she put that table there. So the same person who's staying behind now, the same person who cleared the place out under the pretense that we're going to stop counting, is the person who put the table there at 8:22 in the morning. Yeah, I saw 4 suitcases come out from underneath the table. Yeah, upper right hand, you see the gentleman in the red. So he just pulled one out. So what are these ballots doing there, separate from all the other ballots? And why are they only counting them whenever the place is cleared out with no witnesses?
This afternoon, President Joe Biden honored 12 Americans with a Presidential Citizens Medal, including 3 Georgia natives. President Biden also honored former Fulton County election workers Ruby Freeman and her daughter Shay Moss. The pair were the targets of now debunked conspiracy theories. Sure. Claiming they played a role in election fraud during the 2020 election. After the election, they were harassed and even received death threats. The Presidential Citizens Medal is one of the nation's highest civilian honors.
Rudy Giuliani on the hook for more than $148 million. That's the amount the former Trump attorney has been ordered to pay to Georgia election workers he falsely accused of committing election fraud in 2020.
The absurdity of the number merely underscores the absurdity of the entire proceeding.
The decision comes after a week-long federal civil trial. Shay Moss and her mother, Ruby Freeman, testified how their lives were destroyed after Giuliani spread conspiracy theories in an attempt to keep former President Trump in power.
The flame that Giuliani lit with those lies and passed to so many others to keep that flame blazing changed every aspect of our lives.
Money will never solve all of my problems. I can never move back into the house that I called home.
It's unclear if Giuliani will be able to pay up. He had already been struggling financially, faced with mounting legal fees.
It's really an effort to send a signal to the other parties involved, to other defendants, other people involved in the Trump re-election campaign, that what they were saying was utterly false.
You want to know the big thing that he did that was so wrong, that they say was so wrong? It's this.
Tape earlier in the day of Ruby Freeman and Shay Freeman Moss and one other gentleman quite obviously surreptitiously passing around USB ports as if they're vials of heroin or cocaine. I mean, it's obvious to anyone who's a criminal investigator or prosecutor, they are engaged in surreptitious illegal activity again that day. And that's a week ago, and they're still walking around Georgia lying.
Okay, that's Rudy Giuliani. That's what he believed. He's a prosecutor. He prosecutes. That's not defamation. It's not. And that's not threatening. He's not threatening them. And Ruby and Shay Freeman, Nobody should threaten them. Nobody should threaten them. But they actually, well, is this worth $148 million? Let's get to know Shay first, the election worker in Atlanta.
I was excited always about sending out all the absentee ballots for the elderly, disabled people. I even remember driving to an hospital to give someone her absentee application. That's what I love the most.
That's beautiful. And somehow, because she's not elected and she's a government worker, we're all supposed to worship her. Listen to how Adam Schiff, during the January 6 hearings, treats her like a child.
So you really enjoyed helping people vote and participate, and that was something, the right to vote that your grandmother taught you was precious.
Yes.
Mr. Mayor, Rudy Giuliani, that'll be $148 million, please. Mr. Mayor.
You got any money you can loan me? Great.
It seems totally ludicrous. I thought you were terrific after the verdict. What are you thinking right now?
Oh, how can you not be so sad for the country? Here I am in the District of Columbia. The first time I came here, I had goosebumps. I'm going to leave here thinking that this District of Columbia court is a fascist court. I mean, Judge Howell, I didn't know. Elise Stefanik today filed this complaint against her for unethical behavior. I didn't know she had given this speech in which she talked about the January 6 defendants and really about Donald Trump's big lies. And she's also the one who got very upset when the January 6 defendants weren't getting enough sentences as far as she was concerned. And she upbraided the prosecutors and said the sentences should be heavier. That is not a role for a judge. I knew when she was assigned to the case, I knew we were dead. I didn't realize we were that dead. Do you realize that I never got a chance to put in a single bit of evidence in defense? My liability was based on the fact that I didn't completely comply with discovery. And I turned over thousands of documents. And I sat for a deposition and did not take the Fifth Amendment.
Let me ask you, what
At
were
most,
you? What
there should have been sanctions.
What discovery? It is wild because it's not what people think it is. What happened today? What part of discovery did they say you did not comply with? If you turned over all those documents, what part of the discovery?
The financial status of my present companies, which might have to do with whether I can afford the $148 million, which I can't, but has nothing to do with whether I'm right or they're right. A lot more important would be all the videos at the time that all your viewers have seen.
Yeah.
The jurors never got to see those videos.
Hundreds. So yeah, I was excited about the whole thing. But the U.S. I would love to go live with that. Because the balance is history. Even though my name is still lingering, and people are going to believe what they want to believe. But now it's the USB port, so I need an attorney. I want to go live. I'll go live on every platform because it is going to blow your mind, and you are going to be amazed at that picture came to your mind. That picture came to your mind, and when you thought about me, you are going to be amazed. I can't do it. I want an attorney, and I want to go back. When I get the attorney, I can tell you did, but everybody needs to know just how dumb they are.
You want a chair? So what are these ballots doing there, separate from all the other ballots? And why are they only counting them whenever the place is cleared out with no witnesses?